I can look at my demographics and I'll put it on the screen. I've got a surprising percentage of younger viewers. Again, my channel, YouTube does an excellent job at some things, and one thing they do is telling you who your audience is, which was no surprise. My core audience, the biggest section, is men roughly early 50s to early 60s, getting into and prepping for retirement and looking at coming over here. That stays on pretty heavy all through the 60s up to just around 70, pretty heavy representation. But the second biggest group, or after that, the next biggest group is young guys. 35 to 50. So 50, you're young to me now. So you youngsters, and what do they do? What are my thoughts? What do I see? What do my Thai friends see here? And that's interesting. It's very different. You get a young guy here, and if they've studied the language and the culture, and they've really immersed, and they've really come here and conquered, they're on a whole different level than I am. They're engaging in the culture very differently than I am. Their acceptance can be even higher than mine if they do those things. But I'll try and start it off a little bit. So what would I say to a young guy thinking of coming here? You're obviously going to be working, and I'll tell you, let's just cover work real quick. You're drastically far better off to develop some type of remote work. Usually it's these IT guys, these digital nomad guys, whatever you want to call them. Develop some kind of work that ties to the money of your home country, which is going to be tall, and then your living expenses here, which will be short. And on that margin, you will become very wealthy over time. Set up a good banking system somewhere and save and invest your money. Coming here to teach English, if you do that really young, I think you'll struggle and be poor your whole life. I would not advise somebody to come here. Now, if you're an English lit major, and language is your thing, okay, hey, great. And money won't make you happy, I get that. So, you can certainly make it work. But if you're looking at in a vacuum, look at a technology job or a marketing job or something. I would do that. Okay, now we talked about that. Language and education. There's I'll mangle the name so badly I won't even say it. I'll put it on the screen. There's a university here they call the Harvard of Thailand, Chula something or other, and I would at the very least contact them and consider and look at the programs that they offer. But they have, I want to say off the top of my head, 3, but it might be a 4-year. But I was told it was a 3-year program for foreign speakers to learn Thai, and they'll get you pretty near fluent at the end of 3 years. Big investment in your time. For those 3 years, you will be doing Thai, and more Thai, and you will not be focusing on much else. So you will need 3 years of money, and you'll be working part-time probably only during that time because you'll be focused on the language. But if you're gonna come here at 35 or 40 or 45, and you're looking at spending decade after decade after decade here, I think it's nuts to not desire to be fluent. I think that's just that would be, I would almost call that a poorly thought out plan. Why would you live somewhere and not be able to talk to people? Guys, a lot of old guys come here. It's a whole other thing. That's a whole, young guys, you're in an entirely different, and stay away from us old guys. Mostly they do. Most of the young guys will avoid us. I see the young guys and they see me coming and they want nothing to do with me. And I'm like, good on you, young man. We're not going to help you. I'm past my prime. I'm done. I'm just relaxing. And, my brain is now 32% focused on motorcycles. That's 17% focused on how beautiful fun is. It's 47% focused on how awesome fun helps take care of me and getting my back pain down every day. My thoughts are all very narrowly focused. You've got a whole life ahead of you. We got nothing in common. Get your language. You're gonna want that. If you can't do that for whatever reason, then the next best program is something like what my friend Usani has, And I'm not saying that because she's my friend. She's my friend because she had such a great program. That's how I met her. She has a structured language. You want to get into a structured language program. Just having a tutor. Hey, today we're going to learn the word for table, the word for bear, and the word for wire. Well, you can't use those words ever. I mean, just because someone speaks your language and Thai in no way whatsoever qualifies them to be a Thai language teacher to a foreign speaker. That right? Is that obvious, right? Two different things. So you need a structured language program from an actual language professor. Usni and her son run 2 schools here in Korat and in Bangkok, the big ones in Bangkok. All the corporations send their employees to the big school in Bangkok and get their language, their Thai minimum, whatever the company requires for them to come here, and they run a program for that. Usni does herself personally does the small class, one-on-one private lessons for the old people who are slow and we just can't keep up in a big class. At 62, I don't have the rubber brain to sit there and learn 30 words in one session and how to use them. That's going to take me 2 weeks, But back to you young guys. So the university or a structured language program, 100%. Absolutely. For a foreigner, old guy like me, some guys just do a tutor and they'll learn a couple of words and okay, you're done. That is, I think, not an option for a young guy. You need to master this language. And then the next thing is you're going to really need to master the food because Thai is a food culture. You're going to need to know all the words for all the different kinds of food. You're going to want to develop a taste for all the different kinds of Thai food. And you're going to want to be engaged with all that. And the food will teach you all the mannerisms and how they eat, how they hold their chopsticks when they're using chopsticks, like for mugata or something. You're going to want all that because you're going to be living your life with these people. And they're wonderful people. It's a very reasonable way for a Western guy to spend his life out here. So your immersion is going to be much, much, much higher. Your immersion will be the same as mine, but you'll be even kind of deeper into it if you follow me. Because you'll be socializing. I don't really socialize. I have a short handful of friends here, but we're all kind of loners, and we get together. We have a great time once in a while. But notice we only get together every 3 months or so. We're old. But you young guys like to do all that. So you'll be going to dinner and ordering all kinds of food all the time. You need to get in. You need to be down into all that stuff. That's a whole different life. Now, let's look at how the Thais will look at you. So they kind of don't know what to, from what I can see and what they tell me, they kind of don't know what to make of the younger guys. Like us old guys, they understand us down pat. Mostly it's guys coming here for like a slow suicide. I'm sorry to say. It's unfortunate. Just drinking themselves to death or taking no regard for their personal safety until eventually they get one bar fight too many or whatever. And that's a whole different thing. But you young guys can be kind of all over the place. That's a tough one because you really need to have that language so you can kind of assess how someone's looking at you. So here, let me give you an example. So, let's start with, this is a great way to start. So let's take a Thai woman, 30 years old. This is a great example. 30 years old. At 30, she is just aged out of being eligible to date an eligible Thai man. She's just aged out of their culture here. Are there exceptions? Hey, Rob, I saw one time 17 years ago a woman 32 married. Hey, that's great. But generally speaking, it's going the way I'm telling you. And I've been to plenty of Thai weddings, let me tell you. And so a Thai woman 30, the first thing she'll try and do if she's open to what they'll jokingly call a saifa, which is a woman that likes to date foreign men. I tease Fawn's little sister, I call her that because she will not date a foreign man. Absolutely unacceptable to her. She'll take only a Thai man, which is how it should be. Anyways, but the first thing a woman at 30 then is thinking, if she's open, is she'll try and find a nice, handsome, let's assume she's a reasonable looking lady and all that. She'll try and find a nice looking foreign man, 35, 36, 37. Okay. The problem is most men that come here at that age aren't really interested in settling down. We all, from us older guys, we hear them complain about how much of a playboy the Thai women are, but the guys come here and we're playboys too. It's the same. It's the same. It's exactly the same. And so then the women kind of get burned a couple times with seeing them out with other ladies. They're busy Friday and Saturday night. They're not dumb. They know what you're doing. Then they'll try a man in his 40s and then 50s. They're aging as this is happening. Maybe they're 37, 38. Maybe they find a guy, 55. And they go, well, he's kind of old and he's a little bit fat. He doesn't speak much of the language, but gee whiz, he's got a steady pension. He's a pretty nice guy. He's not drunk. It's better than me being alone every night, and I got to take care of my mom and my dad. And I'm not saying this woman's a bad person anyway. Women look for support. Big new shocking. You want to put the truth bomb thing on my screen. I'm playing with that lately. And that's just sort of what happens. So you want to break that system, then it's like fighting against a stereotype. You're going to have the same stereotype to fight against that I had. I still have. I will forever have here. There's some places I just prefer not to go. I just don't like having all the hard work I've put into building my new life here and then have that all kind of thrown away. Somebody sees me at a pub, whatever. I mean, I'm careful who I associate with because that birds of a feather thing is big here. And you will be judged by who you sit with a table with and who you sit down and talk to. I wish you guys could see me. I can't even say where or what, but I was at a big event, a big sporting event. They play like this hacky sack kind of thing. I don't know what it's called. There's a ball about 5-6 inches in diameter, and people were tapping it with the inside of their ankle and with their heads. And they're doing it like volleyball. I've never seen such a sport. I don't even know what the hell you call that. I didn't know that existed. And but a whole bunch of people from this from this district went. And the big man was there, and I know him. And he's a friend. I would call him a friend of mine, a Thai man, a big, very high status Thai man. And it was really sweet. He insisted that I sit next to him as high as him on the seating. And you could look at the seating and see who's higher up the seats. And you could, I'm not going to spell that out for you, but you can kind of get where I'm going with that. And everybody was coming and paying respect to him. But then, hey, I'm right here. It felt very nice. It was a big compliment. Fawn sure was smiling when she saw me like that. That's engaging in the culture and fighting the stereotype. For you, it's going to be not a playboy. You're not going to Soy Six in Pattaya every weekend. You can look that up. I've literally never been down the street. I do want to go and see it once. Fawn says you got to go once and see it. I guess it's pretty crazy, but you're going to have to fight against that. So studious business attire, business appointments, doing your job, hanging out at cafes with your laptop or whatever you work off of. You want to be careful with all that. Oh, here comes somebody. Alay.
Say goodbye.
Oh. Okay. All right. Pom Chatomaha.
Okay.
Okay. We matcha Jubay Nansum. Okay, come.
สวัสดีค่ะ everyone.
A good Thai person on their way to a normal, real job. Look at that. You saw it here first, people. So you're going to have to fight that stereotype of that whole playboy thing. If you're coming here to build a life and you maybe want a lady, you want to date like seriously and all that, you can see where you are not going to be able to engage in the level you want to engage with without the language. Because what's going to happen is, let's just say you're by the time you're 40, you start thinking about maybe settling down, maybe having some kids, some Luk Krung, some half Thai Western kids, cute little kids, by the way. And they're generally pretty well socially accepted here, even really no problem with that. You're going to be engaging with the mom, the dad, the aunts, the uncles, all these things all the time. That's all Thai, and Thai language everywhere. You have to speak. With me, I wouldn't say, I'm still definitely not like fully fluent, but I speak reasonably well. That's a lot for my old, tired, fat brain, After a couple hours in an all Thai environment, speaking Thai with everybody and joking and laughing, and it's great, and I love it. It's such a beautiful, interesting language. I consider it a romance language because everything is all about the heart, the heart, the heart. It's so beautiful to hear it spoken, and the tonality is pretty. Versus many of the Asian language, to me, forgive me, are very sharp and nasally sounding and almost a nails on chalkboard. It's like, ugh, could they please stop talking? Where Thai isn't like that. Thai is a smooth, harmonic, all up to the whatever you happen to like. But this, you can see this has been a good decision for me. So back to that point, you will have to master this language. And your desirability is very high. Socially, you'll be allowed to go further up into the culture. Not allowed, but you'll organically just naturally tend to drift that way further than I have. Because the acceptance, because there's none of this baggage of, is he a dirty old man? I mean, to be honest, you see me with fun. I'm 22 years older than her, for crying out loud. I've been so happy she put a couple pounds on. She's got a couple gray hairs showing. I was really happy. Is that crazy? But it's true. She's like, I need to cover these up. I'm like, no, it's fine. Leave it. It's good. What else can I tell you? Yeah, avoid the older foreigners like me. Stay away. We're not going to help you. We're not going to help. It's going to ruin your reputation to be seen in public with us. Stay away from us. Finding other guys like you, I don't know about that. Mostly that'll be Christian missionaries. And I don't know. They don't really have much gold mining here. I don't know what industry they have here, but probably young people from certain industries probably come here in time. Probably garment people, right? You'll probably find, I've talked to a couple. You'll probably end up making friends with some garment engineers or executives or something like that. And if they come here for a long time, they'll be fluent speakers like you, and they'll be marrying into the families and going and doing their things on the big holidays. Yeah, we're all going to the beach for the whatever holiday. It's the king's birthday. We're all going. You going too? Yeah, well, we'll see you there. It'll be all that. You'll be living a very Thai life. Definitely stay away from any stereotypes about the old guys because we kind of, I think, overshadow everything in my opinion. That might be my personal baggage or bias, but I think that there are so many, most of the foreigners are old guys like me, and our behavior generally is not good. So stay away from all the stereotypes like that. So don't wear beach attire to places, and unless you're really got muscles and you're actually at the gym, I wouldn't wear a muscle shirt probably ever if I was a young man. I mean, partly I still don't care because I'm old and I'm tired, and I wear a muscle shirt around the village, which is fine. That you can do. I go to 7-Eleven, when I walk to the one little corner store, if I'm getting my vitamin D, I mean, there's summer days, almost half the men here aren't wearing a shirt. I'll be not wearing a shirt too because, hey, I'm just chilling, man. And I'll walk to the corner. Everybody knows me in the village, obviously. And I'll buy my soda pop. And they all know. And when I'm buying beer there, by the way, I'll always say, me, Chang, Tiban, Hakon, Bia Leo, Hakut. I need 5 bottles of beer for the 5 workers that are at my house. I call it out because I don't need the bad reputation, the baggage for fun that, her husband's there buying beer. He's probably drunk. It's like all the other guys. You really have to, appearances are different here. It's not like the West at all. And you're going to want to really manage that because you're going to go long career here, long reputation. So you're going to watch who you're seen with and all that. And this isn't really a lot of work. And quite frankly, avoiding, crappy people is just going to make your life better anyway. So for a young guy, I think it's about half and half the same and half different, I think, right? And but I think you got to get a handle on that language first. And if you're not going to do the big university, then I will get into a program. I'm not saying Usanese, but something like that that's structured. That's actually going to teach you like she's taking me ostensibly all the way through 12th grade to graduate high school here in Thai, but I'm so old. I probably couldn't pass the test past the 6th grade. It just is what it is, man. Where you'll actually be a high school level Thai speaker and reader and writer. That would, and in my opinion, that would be sufficient. In addition to your Western degree of whatever that is, and you'll be considered a well-educated person here, and you will engage in the culture and be invited to places that I could probably only dream of if I cared. I'm just a crabby old man. I'm just chilling at my house, But if I had more energy and desire, I would be jealous. Okay, you could really do really well with that. But you see what I'm saying? You have more opportunity, but you're gonna have to make more of it. Yeah, there you go. Anyways, those are my thoughts. I'm sure there's probably a bunch of stuff I'm not thinking of. I'll either cut back in later or I'll add a bunch of notes on the screen. But young guys, enjoy. Smart as hell if you do that. Geez, you'd save so much money. And then you could go retire in your home country. You could work here for 25 years. Maybe take your wife back home with you. You probably have like $5 million or something in the bank. Or stay here. You probably fall in love with the country and just stay here. But what a smart move, huh? Jeez. Good luck. First, well, we're on week 2 or 3 now, I guess, with the new car. It's so convenient. I mean, I love riding my motorcycle, and it's like living out my fantasies or my dreams, I guess is the word. Getting ready to fill in the soil, filling the soil. In 2 years, they'll build a house typically. Just going through the village, quiet. Wednesday, got class with my dear friend and teacher Usani today. And then amazing how compact her name is in the Thai language versus in English. It's quite lengthy, kind of funny. Thai is a very compact language most of the time. Anyhow, just rolling along here. Beautiful, beautiful day. Put up some content for channel members this morning. That was nice. And everything I do for the members, everybody eventually gets for free. I don't NOI anybody. It's just doing something special for the people that have chosen to be supportive, and that's great. Hey, what everybody wants to do is great. I'm not saying I got not one bad thing to say about anybody on my channel. All the boneheads that were kicked out months ago. It's been peaceful, hasn't it? Been nice. Oh, so nice. Anyway, so just got the controls here and all that stuff, and there's a good Mugatai restaurant, that little red roof back there. It's a good Mugatai restaurant back there. Anyways, off we go. Well, I was told that this was a big place for turtles. I haven't seen too many, but now the construction's kind of settled down, I guess. There's 3 of them living here now. Kind of nice for them. They can come and go under both gates. Nothing can get by the wall other than a cat. The dogs cannot come or go. So far, praise God, the cats have taken no interest in the turtles. But we only get one cat wandering through maybe once every couple of weeks. There's no food out. There's no attraction for a cat. So hopefully they don't eat turtles. But obviously a lot of turtles live in the rice fields, and then they seem to come here for their breeding maybe. I don't know. All right, how's that? All right, let's try it like that. Oh, gang mark. This is Rob. Video's over. I'm closing my gate. But if you've been liking or subscribing, or and praise God if you've been a member of the channel, I really appreciate you. I appreciate everyone that watches. You have a great day.